indeed a disturbing universe.
Hello, greetings, and welcome. Welcome to the Stereo 999 YouTube channel. I'm your host, the artist formerly known as Stereo Steve. Hey, how's it going out there, vinyl community? Hello to all of my imaginary and real friends who watch this. I appreciate y'all a lot. Anyway, we're continuing with tag saturation. I'm going to keep doing vinyl tags that I find interesting for the next however many weeks I feel like it, and it's going to be leading up to something. So just keep watching. And this week I stumbled upon the difficult vinyl tag started by EmbryonicRobot, and I will put a link to the original video. And basically it's 10 questions that are a little more advanced than the typical basic questions. And I found that I was able to answer them. I even have like 2, even 3 answers for some of these questions. But let's just get on with it. Okay, so the first question is show a CD long box. And I actually don't have any CD long boxes. But for those of you who may not know what a CD long box is, it was a long box, cardboard box, that the CD was packaged in so that the CDs could be displayed in the same fixtures that vinyl records were displayed in. Of course, there was public outcry because that was bad for the environment and killing trees. So they stopped making CD long boxes, and instead they killed trees to make new shelving and new fixtures that could display CDs more effectively in the record stores. Yeah, see? Nature heals. Anyway, he said if you can't answer the question, make up your own question. But what I'm going to do instead is he had a bonus question number 11. And so instead of question number 1, I am going to do bonus question number 11. Bonus question 11 is show the first song you ever heard. Well, turns out my mom used to always tell me this story over and over again, that when they were bringing my infant ass home from the hospital in the car, my dad turned on the radio and this particular song was playing. You Lost That Lovin' Feelin' by the Righteous Brothers. And so this is the Righteous Brothers' greatest hits on Verve. And if you want those classic Righteous Brothers records, you know, look for the ones on Verve, because the original pressings on Phil Spector's Phillies records were total crap vinyl. I mean, Phil Spector spared no expense, you know, to get things to sound good in the studio. But as far as the public was concerned, he cut corners pressing his records on the cheapest possible vinyl. But this Righteous Brothers' greatest hits on Verve has got You Lost That Lovin' Feelin'. And it's gone, gone, gone. Alright. Thanks for remembering, because I wouldn't have remembered that. Right? Okay. Question number 2 is show a flexi disc. So I'm going to show 3 flexi discs. Okay, the first one I'm going to show, there was a magazine in the early 80s called Flexi Pop. And this is the days before CDs, because, you know, like Mojo and Uncut would include CDs with the magazine. But Flexi Pop included a flexi disc with their magazine. And this came with Flexi Pop issue 7. It is Motorhead doing Train Kept a Rollin'. And flip to play, it's on the other side. There's a little spot to put a coin. Keep it down on the turntable, you know. These were made of super thin plastic, and you would want to only play them a few times, maybe make a tape. This is a record from Ronald Reagan to all Californians. And it was basically when he was running for governor in 1966, running for governor of California. And he did a little speech about how he was going to give government back to the people instead of having it in the hands of hacks and cronies. And the third flexi disc I'm going to show you, these were called hip pocket records because they could fit in your hip pocket. And this is Apples, Peaches, Pumpkin Pie by Jay and the Techniques. And they played a 45, little tiny records. You had to have the right turntable. You know, you couldn't play them on a changer. You'd have to play them on either a little portable, something that doesn't have auto pickup, because they're about the size of a label. Hip pocket records from the 60s. All right. And they're flexis. Question 3, a record with a timing strip. And what the hell is a timing strip? Well, a timing strip is this little sticker that would be on the front cover of records that were promo copies. When they were originally sent to radio stations, they would have a convenient sticker on the front with all the song titles, and you could put a little check mark on the ones for airplay. And so this is you know, I got this at a garage sale. Somebody tried to peel it off. But this is a white label promo, Blue Oyster Cult Spectres, which is a classic. It's got Godzilla, Are You Ready to Rock, going through the motions. I Love the Night. Great songs on this. But anyway, that's the timing strip. And I got a second timing strip I want to show you because this is an epic timing strip fail, in my humble opinion. This is a promo compilation album called Sneak Preview, and basically just a sampler of new releases. It's got Tower of Power, Nigel Olsson, who is Elton John's bass player or guitarist, drummer, okay, and Mike Finnegan, who I think played the organ on Rainy Day Dream Away. Walter Egan had a hit song. But anyway, perfect space to put a timing strip on the front cover, like every record in the world. But for some reason, these doofuses at Columbia Records put the timing strip on the back, thus obliterating some of the liner notes. Okay. Question 4. A live album of a show where you were in the audience. And I got two of those. Both of them from back in the 80s when I was a teenager. This is Toiling Midgets, kind of a dark post-punk band from the Bay Area. Live at the Old Waldorf, July 21st, 1982. I went to this. This show was 3 bands. There was the Toiling Midgets played first, and then the Dream Syndicate, one of their first gigs, and then Nico from the Velvet Underground performed. And yeah, me and a couple of my friends went to see Nico, and we also, I had the Toiling Midgets record. Yeah, Toiling Midgets were kind of part of the Tuxedo Moon, Sleepers, kind of SF post-punk continuum. that kind of emerged out of the band Negative Trend. But anyway, live KFJC broadcast. So I went to this. Got another one. Also from the early 80s. Also, I was a teenager. This is Tinseltown Rebellion by Frank Zappa. And you know, a lot of his Chic Your Booty and later albums were partly recorded live, partly recorded in the studio. But the live tracks off of this record were recorded at the Berkeley Community Theater. And I went to that Berkeley Community Theater Frank Zappa show. Okay. Question number 5. Show a record that is not in Discogs, or one that you added to Discogs. Okay. Well, in the 90s, at a record store, I found this copy of Fragile by Yes. And it's a UK with the orange and purple label. And I noticed a couple of differences from the American version. First of all, the booklet that comes with the record is actually attached to the inside cover. And the other difference is that there are these stickers with pictures of the members of the band kind of revolving around the planet. And years later, I posted this to a Facebook Vinyl Records group, and a friend of mine who is way more of a Yes expert than me told me that he never ever saw this with the stickers. And you know, of all the different versions on Discogs, there is no edition of this that has the stickers. So we kind of theorized that these stickers came from somewhere else and somebody just attached them to the record. I have no idea. If anybody else knows what the deal is with these stickers with the members of Yes attached to the album cover, let me know. Because, yeah, nothing about it on Discogs about this variant. And like I said, my friend who's a big expert had no idea.
Free country, Robin. It won't be if he's elected. Besides, I thought convicted felons were barred from holding any official office.
I suspect Penguin has done his civics homework well, Robin, and has discovered that paragraph 34A of the city charter has never been officially repealed. It specifically allows convicted criminals to run for public office.
Holy disaster area.
I don't think there's any danger of the Penguin being elected, Robin. The people of Gotham City are not as simple-minded as he might think.
Question number 6. Let's show a single in 2 different formats, like a 7-inch and a 12-inch, something like that. So, yeah, 7-inch single and a 12-inch single of the same song, something like that. So I'm going to show this. This is Living Thing by Electric Light Orchestra from A New World record, which at the time when I was a kid, I thought it was their best album. B-side is Mama Mabel. But I also have a 12-inch of Living Thing. And again, another promotional thing. This was sent to radio stations. The plain white cover with a rubber stamp that said New ELO. And it was a one-sided record of Living Thing on blue vinyl. DJ use only, not for sale. Okay, question 7. Question 7. Show an album and all the singles from that album. Hail to the Thief by Radiohead from 2003. And this is the vinyl edition that was pressed in Holland. 2 records, cut at 45 RPM. And this is a great album. This was their follow-up to Kid A. This was their experimental phase while they were still on Capitol Records. You know, Hail to the Thief, and then Amnesiac kind of followed it up. But they did release a few singles from this, and maybe more than 3, but I got 3. This is the CD single of Go to Sleep with Gagging Order and I Am a Wicked Child as the additional tracks, which are fan favorites. Also, the CD single of There There, which has Paper Bag Rider and Where Bluebirds Fly for the additional tracks. And also the vinyl 7-inch of Go to Sleep, which has a different B-side, I Am Citizen Insane. Alright. Radiohead. Question number 8. Question number 8. Show a record that was bundled with a CD. And I know I've got a few of those. It was kind of in the days after CD, you know, it was kind of in the days before putting a download ticket. They would actually throw a CD of the same album in with the album. They were doing that for a while in the early 2000s. And I have a few where I think the CD has become separate from the album cover and I don't feel like digging around and looking. But I'm going to use this opportunity to show a kind of weird one. This band is called Kool-Aid Global Tyranny. And it is on the Agitated Records label that put out a few cool things. The same band, I think, called Kool-Aid something else is on their compilation, I'm So Convoluted, along with Carlton Melton. But yeah, this is Kool-Aid Global Tyranny. Came with the vinyl version and the CD version. But here's the thing. The CD is actually a different mix of the album. It's not just the album replicated. So yeah, total psychedelic trip from Kool-Aid Global Tyranny. They made 500 copies of this in 2011. That was a year. Question 9. Show a box set on both CD and vinyl. Okay, I'm going to show a couple of them. This is a band from North Carolina called Polvo. This is their album Celebrate the New Dark Age on the great Merge Records label. And this is the CD. But it also was released as a box set of 7-inch records. The whole album on 3 7-inch records with a nice cardboard case, printed by Independent Project Press, which was Savage Republic's operation, Bruce Leischer's operation. So yeah, box set of 7 inches and CD of the same album. But I'm also going to show this. This is the Smithsonian collection of classic jazz. 6 records and a book, and it goes from Scott Joplin around the turn of the 1900s up to John Coltrane on 6 records. This is the original 1973 edition that I bought at SF State's bookstore when I took the jazz class. The songs that are circled are the ones that were going to be on the test. There was a revised 80s edition that came out on 5 CDs with additional material. So I got both versions of that. Alright, I'm just tearing through these difficult questions. Right? Why not? Okay. Question number 10. The last question. A song that mentions your name. Alright. Blues Project with Al Cooper, who played with Bob Dylan and was in Blood, Sweat and Tears. The Blues Project's classic album Projections, which has the song Flute Thing that the Beastie Boys sampled on Verve Forecast. Side 1, track 2, Steve's Song. And I'm Steve, right? Last time I checked. Okay. And that is the difficult vinyl tag. Thanks for watching. Peace. Okay then, that's my video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and